Hello everybody, Ian Lee here. Hope y'all are doing well today. Well, not just today, in general. In this episode, I wanted to talk about practicing little things, which is a statement that you hear Barry Harris say in a variety of ways. In different videos you can watch of them that are present on YouTube throughout the years. He talks about practicing little things. And that can mean, I think, a lot in a lot of different contexts. So I'm not I can't address the whole statement, but I'm going to address, address it in the way that I've been thinking about it lately. And I would love to hear, the way that you practice little things or your experience with this. So please, if you have any comments, drop them. Tell us what you're working on so we can all learn from each other. This is also something that I've heard Chris Parks from things I've learned from Barry Harris say, and Thomas Eccles from Labyrinth of Limitations, and Howard Reese talks about this as well. He produced the Barry Harris workshop videos, runs Jazz School online, and he's a really wonderful resource. He studied with Barry for a very long time, and he's a really, really great guy. Easy to communicate with, wonderful human. So anyways, point being is practicing little things. What does that mean? Well, I think in essence, if we take it, it just means focusing on, if you're focusing on a song, focus on 2 bars and really drill deep into those 2 bars. If you're focusing on a concept like descending half step rules on a dominant scale, and you're focusing on putting the tonic between 8 and 7, you're focusing on 1 half step, drill deep into that and see what that means and what that looks like from as many different perspectives as possible, right? Really push yourself to not just blow through things, to practice little things. I think we can get so much more out of music when we stick to these ideas of practicing little things. It could even mean not blowing into another key right away. Not saying that you shouldn't practice things in all 12 keys or anything, but if you're like, today we're going to work through B flat 7, right? So it's like, think with B flat 7, like stick with that for a day. That's okay. It's okay to be in a zone and exist in that zone for a while. There's nothing wrong with that. Not to say you shouldn't practice in all 12 keys, all that. So again, these are just my current thoughts on practicing little things, and I imagine I'll make lots more videos on what it means to practice little things as I discover more ideas and become inspired, and et cetera, et cetera. So anyways, let's take the descending half step rules on B flat 7 and dive into those for just a minute and think about some different ways we could approach that, and drill down deep into it and really harvest the gold that's under there and not just skim the surface. So we have the descending half step rules. Let's just do 1 half step between tonic and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Okay, so there's 1 half step. What's another thing I could do there? Well, I could remove a beat. So I could say, okay, let's start in the and, but keep the same phrasing. So now I won't start on the tonic. I'll start on the major 7, going down to the flat 7, and then finish out the scale. Let's try that. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's pretty cool, right? I don't know if I'd use it. Maybe you don't like it. That's okay. This is about asking questions and saying, what do I like? What are the sounds that I'm enjoying that I'm getting out of this? We could put the half step somewhere else if we want. Really, at the end of the day, the half step is a rhythmic placeholder. So it doesn't have to just be in that same spot all the time. We can begin to get creative with it. So let's put that half step between the second and the first scale degree. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? That's pretty cool. I have no problem with it. Again, it's all up to your ears and your preferences. But that's what makes these ideas so flexible and so wonderful, because the overarching concept is there, but you can move the concept around to what resonates with you. Now, what if I just took a scale degree and put another scale degree between two notes? So what if I put the upper tonic, so the octave of the scale, in between 6 and 5? Sorry. That's cool. What if I put the third between 6 and 5? That's really cool too. I like that a lot. You know, something else you can do when you're, you can always, let's see, is that correct? Yes, I could add 2 more half steps to this, technically. Technically, I can add 2 more half steps, so I would do 3 half steps instead of 1. So let's put a half step between tonic and 7, and then put the tonic between 5 and 6, and then put a half step between 2 and 1. I don't know. I've never done this before. We'll see how it sounds. So I'll do it slowly. Sounded pretty cool to me. Now look at that. That is just, you know, me sitting around dilly-dallying for a few minutes over this one idea. And yet here I am already creating these sounds and these shapes and these colors and all these really, and I'm having fun with it. This is the other thing. It's like when we're practicing little things, you know, I think we need to, in one of the Barry Harris workshop video booklets, Howard Reese says that Barry says you need to practice your playing, not just practice your practicing. And I love that. So we need to practice that playfulness, that creativity, that joy of music and how we make it, and then what are the sounds we like. That was pretty cool, and I just thought of it in a moment. I mean, I like it. Let's see. What fun. You know, I never would have thought of that before, and yet there it is. And now it's something that, I mean, maybe nobody's ever done that before. So maybe that's now my own little voice. I don't know. That's what's so great about this. So practice little things. Experiment with this. And let me know how it goes for you. And again, what that ends up looking like for you, and what it ends up meaning to you. And the great thing is that the meaning will change. And practicing little things, the more we take the time to exist with something, the greater that relationship becomes. It grows more. It's like, you can't call someone your friend when you've only known them for 5 minutes. I mean, you know, when you know someone for 20 years, you have this deep bond. So I think we can look at music like the other relationships in our lives that we have. You know, the more you spend time with the musical concept, and again, not just put a half step here, but something like practice little things. There are these little gifts of wisdom we get from the masters that I think if we drill down into them and look at them, they can really give us a lot. And it's easy to blow past those things and only focus on, you know, what notes do I put over what chord and how does this all fit here? There's other things that we should be listening for and paying attention to and acting on. I hope that helps. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. I'm having a lot of fun making all this stuff. It's a real pleasure. All right, I'll talk to you all next time.